Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News. Last Friday, a decades-long process celebrated a major step of coming to fruition. Montana Department of Livestock, along with Montana Department of Agriculture and Montana State University, held a groundbreaking ceremony for their new combined state labs building in Bozeman. Mike Honeycutt, executive officer of the Montana Department of Livestock, told me the joint lab complex, made possible by the appropriations, was helped out by the Montana legislature during the 2021 and 2023 sessions.
But we've had support from the legislature, from the governor's office, from all of our organizational stakeholders and ag organizations that went and lobbied for us. This really, for our side, it really began in earnest in about 2017 with a couple of legislative interim committees, and then actually two different long-range proposals in 2021 and 2023 approved by the legislature to get the funding to put this entire project together.
Altogether, the new state building will house the Montana Department of Livestock's Veterinary Diagnostic Lab, the Montana Department of Agriculture's Analytical Lab, and MSU's Wool Lab. MSU's Sheep Extension Specialist Brent Rader told me the new Wool Lab will replace the one that's existing that was built in 1947 and could bring new marketing ideas for wool producers.
We're going to miss the old lab, but it's one of them times we're really starting to look forward to this new lab. There's a lot of new technology out there, a lot of people looking at wool and finding new uses for wool. The wool market's not doing well right now, so it's a pretty ideal time to be developing a new lab.
Now, building completion is set for the spring of 2026. We need to take a break, but we'll be back in a short bit to look over your ag markets.
I represent a lot of what ranchers' wives are, where they marry into the family. Coming into established ranch, the expectations of that is just absolutely overwhelming. There's always stress with all families, but when you're not dealing with the stress outwardly, it will definitely impact everyone inwardly. You may feel alone, but you're not alone.
Welcome back, friends, to your Ag News and your markets. I'm Andy Schwab. The Montana Stockgrowers Association wrapped up their annual mid-year meeting in Miles City yesterday. Our network's Brett McRae was there and caught up with MSGA Second Vice President Turk Stovall about the conclusion of that producer profitability listening sessions. Stovall said a lot of common ground was found and they're now looking at an action plan.
We had members from all of the other different ag organizations, and what we did find out is there is more things that we agree on than we disagree on. So now what we need to do is what topics out there that we can work together on to get a real win for American agriculture. And that's what we've been talking about today. We gave an overview here at the mid-year convention in Miles City, and as we have our follow-up board meetings, that's what we're going to decide with and see how we can really unify this industry.
As you may recall, there were 13 different stops on those producer profitability listening sessions tour. Well, cattle futures continued to soften yesterday after China announced they have banned beef from JBS's beef plant in Greeley, Colorado, following the discovery of that feed additive ractopamine. The downturn played a little bit onto the cash cattle markets, and cleanup trade that is expected today. Looking at the local auctions, packers are willing to fill their orders with as many coal cows as possible despite the prices. As a matter of fact, we saw one coal cow through Western Livestock bring a price of more than $2,600 a head. Similar strengths were also found on the sheep markets in Sioux Falls as 70 to 110 pound lambs held a tight range. And with more rain in the forecast and the ongoing outside market concerns about no interest rate cuts yet in 2024, nearly all commodity prices were lower again on Thursday. Unfortunately, wheat did lead the grain complex on that lower side. Well, there's a look at your ag markets. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.